What's up, fish tank people? Just doing a little Merry Christmas update here. Yes, I say Merry Christmas. Why? Because that's what I celebrate. If you don't like it, then don't listen. Doing a little plant update video here. Just did a water change, as I do every weekend. 90% for anyone who's curious. See some new growth here on the needle leaf Lobegia. And, I mean, actually you can see new growth everywhere. This plant is just going insane. And as you can see there at the top, it's really starting to get its needle leaf name. Those leaves are, well, needly, I guess. Got the water wisteria growing like a weed as always. Anubias barteri throwing off a new leaf, extending its rhizome, throwing off a few new leaves actually. Wow, I just noticed that. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4 new leaves, and moving its rhizome out, which is awesome. Anubias congensis kind of throwing out a leaf in a weird spot there, but nevertheless it is. That plant's looking pretty good too. Anubias nana throwing out some new leaves, extending its rhizome. This one I had to trim. Found a few dead leaves on it. It wasn't looking so good, so I cut them off. But this one's already starting to grow back. This one shot out a new leaf. And this one here, this leaf's only about a week old. Anubias congensis in the back, doing pretty good as well. Throwing up a few new leaves here and there. Along with this Anubias congensis. Got an autocyclist cat there saying hi. If you see any spots on a fish, it's not ick. It's I gotta turn the air off on this power head. The bubbles will actually stick to the fish, and they look like crap. If I turn it off, the bubbles go away, and the bubbles on the fish go away. Anacris growing like mad here, and then if we go over to the back, you can see the Rotala. Rotala is growing like crazy, which is awesome. I really like that plant. I'm wanting to turn it into like a wall plant. So you can see that's one stem that has popped out 5 or 6 big stems off of it. For anyone who's never seen a dwarf neon rainbow, there's one right there. You get that nice blue in their body and those red tails. Look pretty awesome. So let's see, we got a Wendetti crypt here. Got a runner off of that Wendetti crypt there. We got 3 Cryptspiralis plants. There's 2 there and 1 here. Got some corkscrew val. There's 4 plants there. All these old nasty leaves are finally starting to die and are being replaced with some nice new green leaves. Got the red Nisea back here. As you can see, I did a little bit of a rescape for anyone who actually follows this channel. I opened this space up. Why? I don't know. Not real sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm thinking I'm probably going to move this lace plant over there. It's looking pretty good right now where it's at. I'm going to let it grow a little bit more and see what it does. I know that it's too big for that space, so it's probably going to end up moving right there, but I don't really like it as a mid or foreground plant. I just don't think it's well suited for that. It's more of a background plant just because of how big it is. But there's a 60 gallon. I'll show you guys a 5 gallon. Got the lights off of it right now doing a water change. This is how I do it for anyone that's curious. I take a little 5 gallon bucket. This is actually a mop bucket. Fill it up with water. Place it above the tank, and then I run this little air line in here and fill her up. Fills it up nice and slow, water doesn't slosh around. As you can see, I got a pretty bad algae problem here, but show you guys the plants as best I can anyway. Maybe it would be better if I threw another light back there. Or throw a light up on top. Yeah, that's a little better, isn't it? Okay. So we got red Ludwigia right there throwing out some crazy roots, and some new plants actually off that stem. If you see that plant across the back there, right here, that's Rotala magenta, and I'm floating it, just seeing what it does. It's got some pretty crazy roots on it, and you can kind of see it right there. It's throwing off some runners, and the runners are throwing off roots off of the main plant. It's pretty crazy. That plant's growing pretty crazy. I'm going to have to do another update on this, just so you guys can see this one piece of Ludwigia right here a little better, because it looks pretty insane. And the dwarf sag. Oh my god, the dwarf sag. Wait till I get this thing full and throw the lights back on top. This plant is going nuts. So, I'll do another update of this tank tonight, once it's full, once it's looking a little better. But, for now, there it is. Oh! Drop checker. If you see the dye is blue, that means there's not enough CO2 in the water for, well, it's just useless. There's no CO2 in it. Which, obviously, because there's no water in the tank. Once I fill this thing back up, because of the balm here, that pretty much turns clear, which anything past green and lightness, or in lightness of color anyway, is toxic to, well, most anything. So, there it is.